There's a lot of information in the report that demonstrates there was collusion to argue whether or not it rose to the level of a criminal statement. That decision could be argued one way or the other. There's a ton of information of obstruction and justice that happened right out in plain sight over the past 2.5 years. All Americans have seen, and people around the world have seen, the absolute obstruction of justice that have happened right before your very eyes in plain sight. And there's other information that's in the report that would be damaging or embarrassing to Tribulation Trump and a ton of other people. But the big secret of the report that Manning has received is that the report, in its in-depth of questioning a number of people around Tribulation Trump that have been around him for years, that the investigators stumble upon drug use, the investigators stumble upon drug sales, the investigators stumble upon the apparent heavy use of cocaine by Tribulation Trump. It was because many of the people that came to talk to Robert Mueller, whose names have not been publicized, were involved in the drug trade, drug use, and became actual suppliers of drugs, the drug cocaine for Tribulation Trump, and has done so for a goodly number of years. A lot of people did what they said in the 60s and the 70s and the 80s, dropped the dime on Tribulation Trump. Many people there'll be verification of people who have been released from prison, from federal prisons, who had long drug sentences, have been released, have had their sentence commuted not by the Justice Department, because they were able to give up demonstrated, verified, documented information that they were Tribulation Trump's drug supplier, and they're now free out on the street. That information is also in the report. But not just that information about Tribulation Trump's deep cocaine use, his habit of use of cocaine. But there's also information in there as Russians dropped the dime on Vladimir Putin, that many people, Americans included, homosexuals, LGBTQ people, dropped the dime that they have actually slept in bed with Vladimir Putin. That Vladimir Putin is a sensual man lover. That Vladimir Putin is a premier homosexual. That Vladimir Putin, if you've seen him on that white horse, that it is reported that Vladimir Putin, with no shirt on, with that white horse, that Vladimir Putin is known in the trenches of the LGBTQ people as Joan of Arc. They don't call him Vladimir when they have their sexual enterprises. They call him Joan of Arc. That Vladimir Putin is the largest homosexual in all of homosexual Russia, and a number of homosexuals that have had intercourse with Vladimir Putin have, and that too is in the report. That too. And that's what Bill Barr wants to redact. That's what Bill Barr wants to hide. The cocaine, the homosexual, not to mention the abuse of America and its political system. All that's in the report. But the one thing they can be sure of, that Manning will make sure that it sees the light of day. I don't have the report. I just told you what's in it. Now, there are a couple of things. One is that I can actually receive the report. You can talk to people, spread the word to get the report to me. And I will faithfully execute on behalf of all American people that we should not be put at risk, that we should not be hoodwinked, that we should not be sold down the river by one man, Bill Barr. Of course, he got a lot of cohorts and people that support him. So spread the word. Find those persons that have those copies of that report in their personal valises and tell them, send it to Manning. And we'll set up a meeting whereby it may be to had, and all secrecy will be kept. But the other thing is that I've already told you what's in the report. I've told you. And you have seen yourself. You know what's in the report with respect to the collusion, the obstruction of justice, and the power that Vladimir Putin has over Tribulation Trump. It's not just financial, it's sexual. And it isn't just sexual, it's drug use, rampant drug use. Scarface, Tony and Scarface has got nothing on sniffing cocaine the way Donald Trump sniffs cocaine in Trump Tower and down at Mar-a-Lago and other places where he has been. And when he travels, he travels. You know, Reggie Love used to carry Obama's cigarettes. Y'all remember Reggie Love and Obama? Reggie Love used to carry Obama's cigarettes. He smoked Newports. He still does. Reggie got tired of being Obama's bag man, carrying his cigarettes with him everywhere, and left Obama. Broke Obama's heart when Reggie Love left him. But Omarosa used to carry Trump's cocaine everywhere he went. And so did Michael Cohen carry Trump's cocaine. And a number of other sodomites carried Trump's cocaine. Okay, all right, you get the idea. Spread the word, everybody. I'm waiting on a phone call. I got a call from the CIA on Obama and Columbia University. I'm waiting on a phone call. Get that report to the Manning report and save America. It's your duty. If you know the persons with the report, it's your duty. And if you don't know the person with the report, it's your duty to seek out. It's your duty, if you have the opportunity, it's your duty to spread this word. Don't let this word return void. Spread this word. Put it everywhere. Send it to the back of send it to the email and the Twitter address on the back of an aspirin bottle. Spread the word. Spread the word. Let's get the report. Me. I'm James David Manning, everybody. I'm the Lord's servant. Peace out.
You're listening to The Manning Report with your host, James David Manning. The news behind the headlines.
This is a bit of a news blog we do, looking at spiritual wickedness in high places for the most part, making some observations about it and giving people a biblical foundation to the way of interpreting, rather than have Sean Hannity or Laura Ingraham or Janine Pirro or Anderson Cooper or Rachel Maddow or Don Lemon, Rush Limbaugh interpret what's going on in the world. You come to me and I'll tell you based on what the Word of God says. They'll just give you their worldly, sinful view. But the Manning Report will tell you what God has said, whether to say yea or nay, whether to go or to stay. You'll be led by the word of Almighty God. Come to the Manning Report on a daily basis to interpret the spiritual wickedness in high places, because there's plenty of it that's going on. And so I'm the Lord's servant, James David Righteous Rebel Manning, and I'm here to serve you with news and information.